You are listening to Under the Gun, Book 9 of the Nadia Wolf Series, written by Nicolette Pierce. Copyright 2023. Audio copyright 2025 by Pierced Heart Publishing. Digitally narrated with full cast of voices. Chapter 1. I stared at the adorable baby boy dressed in green. A sunflower crown adorned his chubby face. "Mark, I left for 2 minutes," I gently scolded when I returned to the living room.
"Surprise!"
Mark said as he snapped a picture of Ollie. At only 2 months old, Ollie was unaware that Uncle Mark had once again dressed him like Gus the cat.
"This is going viral."
Mark said with a grin that showed his dazzling white smile.
The superhero costume was adorable, but this one is so sweet I want to eat him alive.
Didn't you say the same thing when you dressed him like a starfish?
When people saw the pictures of Ollie, they demanded more.
Mark paused as if he had a sudden thought. Then he looked at me with the same flashing eyes that Frankie got when he smelled money.
I bet I can make a calendar of Ollie and they'd sell out. Look at this kid. He's got the makings of a model.
Mark grinned at Ollie.
You take after Uncle Mark, don't you?
Ollie was a 2-month-old who enjoyed peeing in my face during diaper changes. I had no doubt he'd be cute like his dad, but right now he looked like every other 2-month-old. Mark gasped.
I know what will break the internet. Me and Ollie dressed up in matching Prince costumes.
I brushed a finger against Ollie's cheek, silently apologizing to him that his uncle had dropped by unannounced yet again. I then pressed the button for the swing to start, lulling Ollie into a nap. Taking a tiny quilted blanket, courtesy of Mark's sewing skills, I draped it on Ollie's small lap. He looked like a squirrel hunkering down in his nest. Speaking of nests, I grabbed an adult-sized blanket and wrapped myself in a cocoon as I sat on the couch. Since the furniture was still new, we hadn't fully broken it in, but I made it my mission. This condo still felt too foreign. Between the new furniture and the new condo, I felt like I was living in someone else's place. As far as condos went, the single-story ranch home in the secluded community was exactly what I needed. No shared walls meant I didn't have to worry about noisy neighbors. And zero yard work meant I didn't have to swelter under the Vegas sun. The inside of the home had a semi-open concept kitchen and living room. A short hallway led to 3 bedrooms. A bathroom was located off the hall, with an additional one in the master bedroom. For our small family, the home was perfect. When Mark took out his knitting project, I knew he was staying for a while. I didn't mind. He was more helpful than intrusive.
When are you getting back to the casino?
I promised Caleb I'd take 12 weeks before working. I had no desire to leave the house. It was my safety zone. So far, bad luck didn't touch me here, and I was content to never leave. "Where's Frankie?" Mark tisked as he normally did when someone brought up the subject of his husband.
He's working at the chapel like always.
"And you don't have to work at the chapel with him?"
Today is Monday.
Mark said as if that answered my question. When I eyed him, he set the needles off to the side and crossed his arms. His toned muscles strained against the too small shirt.
We are open 7 days of the week, and I'm tired of it. I've asked Frankie repeatedly to close the chapel for 1 day. That's all I'm asking. But he's being stubborn. So I'm going to be stubborn too. Every Monday I'm going on strike. No work, no chores, no benefits. I'm done.
When the doorbell rang, Mark headed to the door as he continued listing everything he would not do. "It's probably a salesperson. Don't answer it."
It's Maya. I invited her over.
He opened the door, and Maya wheeled a cart inside packed with an entire inventory of baby paraphernalia. Mark seized Juliana from Maya and cooed at the pink ruffled bowling ball.
Hello, Juliana. Remember Uncle Mark?
"She saw you yesterday,"
Maya said.
"Of course she remembers you."
Oh, look at this outfit.
Mark said, turning Juliana around so he could see the many tiers of ruffles.
You'll be setting trends in no time.
Juliana blew a snot bubble. After stowing the cart in a corner, Maya peered down at Ollie and squealed.
I'm in love.
I know, right?
Mark grinned.
Isn't he the cutest sunflower? I was thinking we should wear matching prince outfits. But what if I turn him into an adorable frog? Then I can wear my prince outfit and we can be the prince and the frog.
Isn't it supposed to be the princess and the frog?
It's the 21st century. It can be whatever I want it to be.
Maya tilted her head as she stared at me, making her bouncy blonde curls sway over her sundress straps.
So, this is an interesting look for you. How are you feeling?
I feel fine. Just a little tired. She nodded.
Are you getting out?
You've been out with me. You dragged me to that baby gym. Which was a waste of money, not that I could tell Maya. But a baby that can't even turn over can hardly be expected to work out.
That was a week ago.
I shrugged and cuddled deeper into my blanket. She sat next to me and eyed me with concern.
You haven't been anywhere else? Not even to the store?
We have grocery delivery.
But it's good to get out. Do you feel depressed at all? There is no shame in having postpartum depression. It happens to many people.
I'm fine.
Is Caleb paying attention to you? I know he couldn't keep his hands off you before, but babies tend to ruin the downstairs fun.
Maya nodded.
It's been 8 weeks. You should have gotten the green light by now.
We're fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. They looked at each other and then pityingly at me. Maya rushed to her cart and brought out a pamphlet.
I know what will perk you up.
She thrust the paper at me.
Baby yoga!
Mark hurried over and snatched the brochure as he squeezed in next to me.
Do you have to have a baby to attend?
I think it's implied in the title,
I bet you can go as the uncle.
Maya said, squeezing on the other side of me.
Let's sign up.
I'm busy.
Doing what?
Recuperating. Bonding with Ollie. Rearranging things. I knew there had to be something I was missing, but I couldn't think what it was. My world focused on a tiny, hungry tyrant. And I was okay with that. Why would I want to go back to the real world? It was filled with criminals. Las Vegas was a bad luck talisman for me. And if I had to live in Vegas, I would stay in my cocoon where it was safe. However, if I told that to Maya and Mark, they would call an intervention. What I needed was to move out of Vegas. Until that happened, which would probably be never since my income depended on poker, I'd just play it safe.
You need to do more, or you'll end up wearing sweatpants 24/7 and not realize your waist expanded to the size of a truck.
Making a note to myself to not remove the blanket, since it would reveal that I was wearing the same sweatpants since yesterday. I think. Maybe it was the day before.
We'll do the baby yoga class, and look, there are music classes, and a dance class.
They can't even walk.
The babies don't dance. You dance with them. And if you don't like that, there is a baby massage class.
I buried my head under the blanket.
Don't be a poop. We're doing the classes, and you'll get out of whatever funk you're in.
For the dance classes, I can make us matching outfits.
I silently groaned and then poked my head out of the blanket. I have an idea. What if you two take the babies to the classes and I'll stay here?
What would you do?
Take a nap. That answer wouldn't fly, but it would be the truth. Instead, I said, Jessica is bugging me to enter a poker competition. She has been reciting the contract to me, reminding me I'm not keeping up my end.
I thought you were going to take 12 weeks off.
Yeah, but poker is just sitting in a chair. It's what I do now, anyway.
Well, if you have to work, I'm happy to take Ollie to the classes.
Will it get in the way of the chapel? He shrugged.
I need to prepare Frankie anyway.
For what?
I'm having a baby.
I blinked at him.
I'm renting a baby oven. I have a list of several candidates.
What does Frankie think about it?
Oh, he doesn't know.
I blinked at Mark again. Isn't having a baby a decision made with your spouse?
It might be if my spouse ever talked to me, but after 8 weeks of marriage, he's already treating me like baggage.
I wasn't sure if Mark was being dramatic or if there was an actual issue. Either way, a baby was the last thing he needed right now. Mark, having a baby won't make things better. Most likely, a baby will make things worse, especially if you're both sleep-deprived. The only reason I haven't killed Caleb is because he knows when to hide.
Would that explain why he's not here?
He's playing at the high-stakes table today. It's his favorite. Not mine, however. I preferred hanging out on the casino floor with the rest of the chump change players. It was my comfort zone. People in the high-stakes rooms knew each other. It was a small, pampered crowd with too much time and money. Caleb finessed them out of the money. Ludicrous side wagers made it interesting.
Mark, I think you should talk to Frankie.
Mark shook his head.
No, if he doesn't want the child, then he can divorce me. He will not sway me. Baby ovens are scarce, and if I'm able to rent one, I won't turn down the opportunity.
Maya frowned, but then reached over and gave him a hug, sandwiching me between chests and armpits. Thankfully, they weren't my armpits, so I didn't die from the smell. With a sigh, I acknowledged that I really needed to shower and change. "I'm suffocating," I said, after they hugged way too long, and I became uncomfortable with how much boob squashed against my cheek. My phone rang, giving me the perfect excuse to escape. I slipped out of the blanket and headed to the kitchen as I followed the sound of my phone. Finding it in a toaster slot, I was relieved I had forgotten to make toast this morning. When I saw Jessica's name on the screen, I groaned. I didn't want to answer, but I also didn't want to return to the living room yet. "Hello, Jessica. What's up?"
What's up is that you haven't responded about the tournament. I don't have time to chase you around. The only reason I took you on as a client is because of Caleb.
You can drop me as a client. It won't offend me. It's not like poker players need a manager.
Caleb is not most poker players. His career is my life's work.
Only because she took a percentage of his winnings. I wondered if I lost. Could I get a credit?
He's my client. I'm on damage control.
She meant me. I ruined Caleb's hot single guy status. Now he was shackled with baggage. Still hot, though. And that's what Jessica capitalized on. "What do you need?" I asked.
Since you didn't respond to me, I scheduled you for the tournament. It starts in an hour.
An hour? I'll never be ready in an hour.
You better have your butt in the chair before they take your blinds from your stack. I twisted arms to get you into this tournament. It's invitation only for the elite, VIPs, and frequent players.
I'm none of those. Why do I need to be there?
Because no one has seen you for months. I want to stop any rumors before they start.
No one has seen me because I birthed a human?
Which concerns me. Did you get your figure back, or is it still stretched out? Perhaps I can assign your seat to a dark corner.
Jessica.
Don't snap at me. I didn't tell you to get pregnant. I wasn't ready for that until year 2 in your contract. Just get your butt to the casino.
I don't have a babysitter. She sighed.
I suppose I can find a sitter service.
How long is the tournament?
3 days.
3 days.
You've been in longer tournaments.
I have a baby now.
It's not like you won't be home at night. People go to work and leave their children with daycare all the time. This is nothing new.
I supposed she was right. If I could leave Ollie with Mark and Maya, I wouldn't worry so much. If you want me there, send a sitter, a trustworthy sitter with experience and a background check. When Jessica disconnected to make arrangements, I returned to the living room and looked down at Ollie. Could I really trust someone to watch him? No, definitely not. I was about to call Jessica to cancel when Maya asked,
What's wrong?
Jessica entered me into a tournament that starts in an hour. She's going to send a sitter.
I can watch Ollie.
I wish you could, but it's a 3-day tournament and they can last all day. As a thought came to me, I said, however, if I shove all in, I can lose and be back before Ollie misses me. Mark tisked.
Don't do that! I know poker is important to you. We'll vet the sitter, and I'll only leave if she's acceptable. If not, I'll take 3 days off.
What about the chapel? He shrugged.
Maybe Frankie will finally notice I'm gone.
I was sure Frankie would notice his business partner and spouse wasn't around. Since that was a lengthy conversation that would put Mark into a tailspin, I said, I guess I should find something to wear.
And take a shower. You've got some funk going on.
Maya popped up from the couch.
You take a shower. Mark and I will find something for you to wear.
I grimaced, knowing I couldn't trust them to pick out clothes. Stick to the left side of the closet. I still have baby weight. When they saw the sparse selection, they gasped in horror.
My cat has more clothes than you do.
You realize I had been living out of a suitcase and all my belongings burned in a fire, right? Then I started expanding like a balloon, so I didn't bother. That, and I hated shopping. Mark picked through the measly selection.
I suppose I can make this work.
Really? I don't see how. There's not a speck of color.
Black is a color. They both stared flatly at me. Mark pointed to the master suite bathroom.
Go and shave. It's June, and you can't wear a blanket as an accessory.
It's cold in the casino. I wear a hoodie and jeans. No one can see hairy areas. When they looked aghast at me, I headed to the bathroom to shave. Whatever they chose for me to wear would reveal way too much. After 15 minutes ridding myself of months of hair, I wrapped myself in a robe and found they had modified a loose-fitting t-shirt into a low-cut torture device. And it had sparkles. Where did they get the sparkles? I hadn't been in the shower that long. What did you do? I asked. Mark flashed a handheld sewing machine.
Never leave home without it.
It should fit perfectly. And here is your skirt.
I eyed the band of material. This used to be Caleb's shirt, his favorite shirt that still had a pocket with a black spade on it. I supposed even makeshift skirts needed a pocket.
No one will know.
Caleb would know. Thankfully, I had one of the calmest husbands in the world. I doubted he would mind too much. Still, I felt bad. There was nothing I could do about it. I was running out of time and the doorbell rang, announcing the arrival of the babysitter.
I'll get it. Maya, you work on Nadia's hair while I interrogate the babysitter.
A ponytail is fine, I said. I need to get to the casino.
You will not ruin my hard work with a ponytail unless it's a high ponytail with bounce.
I'll take care of it.
When Mark left, I eyed the outfit. Maya, I don't feel comfortable wearing this. This material will show every imperfection. She waved me off.
Don't worry about it. I got you covered.
By the time she wrapped me like a mummy in oxygen-reducing fabric and yanked my limp brown hair into something that wasn't my usual bedhead fashion, I had to admit, I looked nearly alive. She then applied enough makeup to make my green eyes look less tired and puffy. When she deemed I was pretty, we headed out to the living room where Mark quizzed a girl who looked extremely young.
I'm not sure how to answer.
The girl said as she nervously twisted her honey blonde braid.
Does it matter if I have a preference on rhinestones versus sequins?
It does. Rhinestones pose a choking hazard, whereas sequins are safe. They even have little breathing holes already built in.
The girl looked confused, and I took pity on her. I'm Nadia, I said. She straightened.
I'm Daphne.
Will you be okay to stay here for the rest of the day? I don't know when I'll lose the tournament.
Don't you mean win?
No, lose. Do you know how to hold babies? She nodded.
I went through all the classes and even CPR. I've been working with Fanny's nannies for 6 months, and I haven't had a problem yet.
That made me feel a little better.
I can do the house tour and set her up with Ollie. You better get going before you're late.
Thank you. I picked up Ollie and gave him a snuggle and a kiss goodbye. Just as I was about to put him down, he spit up. The warm milk oozed down my cleavage, pooling into my bra.
Oh, that was lucky. He missed your outfit.
I handed Ollie to Mark and mopped my cleavage with a paper towel. My bra now had the unfortunate smell of sour milk. Since it would take too long to unmummy myself to change, I chalked up the incident to bad luck Vegas. Heading to the tournament, I hoped I'd lose quickly.